Welcome, everyone, and happy Thursday. It is noon Eastern time here in the booming metropolis just outside of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, known as Ambler, PA. And you know what that means? Thursday, noon Eastern time, Ambler, PA. It is time for Talent Experience Live, your weekly look at all things talent acquisition, talent management, human resources, artificial intelligence, skills, automation, agents, everything all at once. We talk about it here, which is why it is your favorite show on the internet. I am your host, Devin Foster, and Talent Experience Live is proudly brought to you by the good folks here at Phenom, whose purpose is to help 1 billion. Can't believe I struggle with that. I've said it so many times. 1 billion people find the right work. That is the reason why we host this podcast every Thursday, why we have another fantastic podcast with Cliff Yerkowitz, why we have a plethora of fantastic webinars, why we are at every single HR tech event under the sun, and also why we are hosting IAMPHENOM next week in Philadelphia. If you haven't registered yet, feel free to. There are still a few spots available. I know we have Simon Sinek as a keynote. We are going to unveil new product offerings. There's a Rocky Run every single day. There's a lot, which is what today's episode is truly all about. But before we get into that, the way that Phenom truly helps 1 billion find the right work is through our applied artificial intelligence platform, which helps candidates find the right fit faster, employees evolve in their current roles and beyond, recruiters achieve next level productivity and efficiency, and managers get to build better teams through data automation and analytics. If any of that interests you at all, number one, go to IAMPHENOM. You'll learn more. If you can't make it to IAMPHENOM, head on over to phenom.com, where I'm sure there are there's a plethora of resources for you to explore all that we are doing and how we are truly helping 1 billion people find the right work. Well, now that the bills are paid, it is time to get into today's episode. And as of right now, 12 Eastern time, Thursday here on the East Coast, we are less than a week away from IAMPHENOM. The anticipation and the excitement continues to build. I know a lot of the marketing folks will get there tomorrow into the weekend to set everything up, make sure that everything is in pristine condition. And the reason for that is because it is truly an educational and thought-provoking event. This isn't like any other event that you'll ever attend. It is focused on our customers, hearing from them, hearing their stories, sharing successes, highlighting some challenges and how they overcame them, and so much more, complete with parties and everything in between. So if you haven't registered yet, please do. Now, what we're going to do today's episode is, because the marketing team is cramming, we didn't want to come out with more content for you. There's going to be plenty of content next week. This is your little carrot on a stick to attend. But over the past few weeks, we had 2 episodes focusing on IAMPHENOM. Now, the first is with Hannah Madden and Maddie Hendricks. They talked about taking your agenda items and really turning them into action. So tips and tricks, what sessions they're looking forward to, what they've learned over the years, how to get the most out of the event, because it can be overwhelming. There are over 100 different breakout sessions. There are 2 full days of keynotes. There are activities galore, networking events. There's so much happening. So this first clip is with Maddie and Hannah. And then the second clip immediately following that, I myself took a little bike ride around the city. Wanted to show you the sights of Philadelphia. I know you'll be in the conference, but if you do venture out, wanted to show you some places to check out, as well as how that correlates to the particular event. Everything from the Rocky Steps to the Stadium District to Boathouse Row, Independence Hall, and so much more, even the top of the Ben Franklin Bridge. So we're going to air those 2 previous episodes to help build anticipation. Get your notebooks out, take some notes. You want to have as much that you can get out of IAMPHENOM as possible. Can't wait to see you there next week. And without any further hesitation, here are Maddie, myself, Hannah, and also myself again. Thanks so much. Please help me welcome Maddie Hendricks and Hannah Madden to the program. Welcome.
Thanks. Happy to be here.
Happy to have you. This is already the most fun that I've had for a TXL. First of all, I know I gave you a light introduction there, but We don't know how long you've been at Phenom. We don't know what you do here. So if you could, we'll start with you, Maddie. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. Yeah. My name's Maddie Hendricks. I've been at Phenom for over 5 years at this point. Always have been on the customer value team. So I'm supporting mostly our healthcare customers and some others with everything that they've got with the Phenom product from an adoption standpoint and ROI. So yeah, go for it.
Crushed it. My name's Hannah Madden. I'm on the customer value team as well. I lead a small team there, primarily focused with healthcare accounts as well as some financial services. And I've also been with Phenom for about 5 years. So we're quite the 5-year dynamic duo.
We are
super seniors. Right?
Super seniors. Yeah. Taking our walkers around the office.
Absolutely. So obviously we're going to talk a little bit about IAMPHENOM, which is always very customer focused. We change it every single year. Why? Because we like to give the marketing team headaches and make Paige's life a living nightmare, but also we want to improve it, right? So for the viewers at home, what can folks expect this year at IAMPHENOM that may be different from last year?
Well, this is because we had a COVID year in there. This is our 4th IAMPHENOM, and it's literally the best part of my year at Phenom. It's my favorite event. And so we are back again for the 2nd time at the PA Convention Center, which is the largest venue for conventions in Philly. But our conference has even grown from attendees, more sessions, and even more buzz than ever before.
Yeah, definitely. And new focus. So every year we change a little bit about what we're focused on. And this year we have a huge focus on applied AI.
Nice. Super exciting. And the PA Convention Center always is an exciting place to be. It's where the car show is. You guys go to the car show this year?
Yeah, and the flower show.
Mm-hmm.
We have shared interest. Do not forget about the flower show.
It's actually right after. IAMPHENOM is right after the flower show, and you might even smell pollen in the air.
Bring your Benadryl.
Yes. So I know, obviously PA Convention Center, where all of the largest events are, we talk about our customers being presenters this year. A lot of times they're on the main stage, but most of the time they get very intricate in their sessions off the beaten path in some of the breakout sessions. How are those structured this year? How are they a little bit different?
Yeah. So we'll have breakouts on all 3 days. These are customer breakouts. There's about 60 or so of those. And then we also have our value sessions, which Hannah will talk about. But our customer breakout sessions are really aimed to showcase the customer, show off what good they've been doing with Phenom and what they can actually tell others about and socialize and bring back to their teams. So it'll be really thought leadership focused as well as, anything regarding their results.
Yep. And the customer value sessions are led by the customer value team. So they have a little bit more of a training focus. The goal is that you're able to leave and replicate these best practices and configurations in your environment. It's a little bit more hands-on.
Nice. That's awesome. I always love hearing the customer value team getting involved. Are you guys leading sessions?
We sure are.
You excited about
We're busy.
it?
Yeah. We've been busy this year.
More nervous for those sessions or this today?
This today. We're pros at that. Are you kidding me?
This is the first time here, but we've been running it back at IAMPHENOM.
4 IAMPHENOMs, right?
Yeah.
So you mentioned applied AI, Maddie.
Mm-hmm.
How is that going to be ingrained within these sessions? Obviously, we can't do anything here at Phenom without mentioning AI. I know it's a buzzword. I know it's trendy, but how are we putting that into effect during some of these sessions?
Well, in the general sense, I mean, you probably heard this for Phenom customers for years. We've had AI in our platform, right? It's everything from fit scoring to hiring intelligence. But now at this point, we're really getting into applied AI. And so this is AI for specific use cases, trying to, solve specific problems. And so I think a big layer of that is last year at IAMPHENOM, if you were there, we announced all of our agents. Now, there are several of those live today that our customers are taking advantage of. And things like sourcing agent, things like our voice agent, fraud agent, that's a really hot topic one right now. And so our customers will be able to showcase those who are involved in some of those pilots and those betas, just how much that's been helping them. And so that's definitely a big change from last year.
Awesome.
Nothing to add.
She did it
what would I even add to that?
I know, it's perfect. Now, are you guys on Twitter? Are you on the interwebs and things like
sure.
that?
We're locked in.
Did you see, I think it was last week, that article about the fear of AI and how it's going to take everyone's jobs? There seems to be a lot of that going around in panic. For the audience at home, and I know human resources as a whole is typically more risk adverse, I would say. What can you say that our AI topics, some of these agents that we're talking about, may put people at ease if they attend some of these sessions?
Yeah. Well, everyone right now is in the same boat currently with AI. I mean, you're right. It's a buzzword. People have been talking about it. Whether you're in the tech space, HR space, or whatever industry you're in, somebody's talking about it. And so there's been all sorts of legal cohorts and things like that have been formed. And we're working through that customer by customer because obviously every company's different. But, one of the other things that we really want to highlight in these sessions regarding AI is, it's not going to be taking people's jobs. It's really going to be transforming people's jobs. And so those customers who have had that sort of early access to turning on these betas, working through that, really sharing the message of how that has actually changed jobs of recruiters or talent managers or marketers, whatever your persona is, how that's transformed the job rather than take over the role.
I think too, with AI, knowledge is power. So there will be sessions highlighting how organizations got their AI policies approved within their company. And then that should be something that we can take back and launch at other companies.
And I think the future of technology always has an impact, no matter if it's AI. I mean, I think back to like Netflix and the movie industry, right? Like nobody goes to the movie. I go to the movies now.
I do.
Yeah.
We'll be seeing what
I had
Heights.
to. I haven't seen it yet, but I had to see. Marty Supreme. I mean, come on, let's be honest.
I just watched. I had to buy it. I was in the way I justified. I was like $25. Like I would have spent
25
that on popcorn.
25 for Timothy Chalamet. Easy.
Quickest 25 we've ever spent.
I wish I saw it. Did you see it Christmas Day?
No,
because that was the whole marketing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Early January.
Busy Christmas.
Yes, of course. We got to. We could talk about movies and stuff like that all the way.
Next
all
TXL.
Day. Yes, that is what we're doing. Live. That's the main stage session now at IAMPHENOM. That's the keynote. Is we're just talking movies. Back to IAMPHENOM. We service a plethora of organizations across different industries and different personas. How are folks able to find the sessions and information that is applicable to them? You mentioned some of the agents. A lot of that sounded more talent acquisition focused. If there's a talent manager or someone in HRIT, how can they find what is applicable to them?
Definitely. So we really tried to diversify customers and content and personas this year. And so we do have a sample of all of those, right? And when the app goes live, which I think will be around this time, people can find those sessions in the app. There's going to be different filters within the app if you're looking for breakouts, one for industry, one for persona, right? So industry, if you're healthcare, manufacturing, or retail, persona, marketers, talent management, HRIT, right? That's going to be available in there. And we're also adding, with the value sessions, we're adding a new sort of way to categorize those as well.
Yeah. So for the value sessions, we'll be looking at categorizing that as beginner or advanced.
Okay.
So wherever you're at in your Phenom journey, you'll be able to find a session that is applicable to you, as well as the industry alignment. And then if you're looking to connect with other industry individuals, talk to your CVM. We are also industry aligned. So Maddie supports all healthcare accounts. So if you're in healthcare, chat with Maddie, see who else is coming, and we can help connect those.
All right. Now, off the books question. It's beginner or advanced. What if you're in the middle road? What do you do if you are you able to pick and choose from some beginner sessions to some advanced sessions?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can go to some beginner sessions. Maybe there's still something there that you missed, right? So there's always something to learn. And then advanced can be if you feel like you're in the middle of the road, what do we want to aspire to do? So a lot of this, we'll talk about goal setting in a few minutes. That would be a great way to kind of pick up some of those new goals.
Awesome. Now, goal setting sounds fantastic and fun. I hate setting goals. It's not my favorite thing, unless it's like running or exercise. I'll do that all day. Yeah. What are some of the fun things that people can do, right? IAMPHENOM is more than just education. Obviously, there are a ton of learnings and things that people will automatically gain through osmosis. What are some of the exciting events that customers and prospects can do there?
Yeah. Our breakout and our main stage sessions are always great, but I always look forward to some of the extracurriculars, if you will. Obviously, the main big one is our, a big party at Reading Terminal. We'll get everybody to go there and have some food, have a band, and have a good time to network. One of the things that I've also been trying out, Devin, is the Rocky Run. And if you want to really get a taste of Philadelphia and you like to exercise like Devin, you can go ahead and do that. Last year, I really wanted to be a part of the experience, but not so much the running portion. So I did Uber there to the steps.
Keyword trying to be part of this.
I walked up the steps. We took the picture, and me and some unnamed folks did that and
Yeah.
then walked back home.
Mhm.
So maybe you'll see me running this year, maybe not. We'll see.
You'll be at the steps.
I'll
Yeah.
be there.
You'll be there.
I'll be there.
How you got there is nobody's business.
But that's
Yeah.
a fun thing that you can opt into in the mornings typically before the conference days. And then definitely want to also shout out to for our customers specifically is our awards ceremony. So that'll be Tuesday night, and we get to come together, have a nice meal, and really congratulate all the customers who've done a really good job this year, winning different things.
And as a local Philadelphian, I feel like the Reading Terminal Party is just so cool. It's such a treat to be there by yourself without the Saturday crowds and all the tourists, and get to try all of the must-do stops if you were coming to
And
visit.
there's like minis of everything, right?
my gosh,
You don't have
it's
to you don't have
awesome.
to get the whole cheesesteak. You can get the mini cheesesteak.
Yeah.
Um,
We have friends who want to come and are like, how do I get in there? So,
Do they work in HR?
exclusive.
No,
Sign 'em up.
they sure don't. They sure don't just love to eat.
They're
Yes.
accountants.
Well, they can do the Rocky Run. We don't discriminate.
Yes,
with
that's
that.
right.
Whether you're a runner or an Uberer,
Yeah.
if that's a word that I just made
Running
up.
or trying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Running
You
or
made
trying.
it. That's showbiz. No
Yeah,
one cares how
exactly.
you got there.
Mhm.
Back to goal setting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People obviously want to retain some sort of information, some sort of knowledge.
Mhm.
How can you prepare yourself for the utmost success when attending this event outside of course, trying every cheesesteak that you can
Totally.
and listening to great music?
Yeah. I mean, the best teams are prepared coming to IAMPHENOM. So they are making a plan ahead of time. They're looking at the agenda and they're figuring out who's going to go to what sessions and how can they divide and conquer. Having a plan is really critical. It helps you to register on time so that you get into the sessions that you want to be in. And it makes sure that you are leaving the conference achieving all of those goals. So we really see a lot of success with some goal setting ahead of time.
Okay, awesome. Now, a lot of information. I know this happens when I go to conferences. It's like, I was just there for 3 days. I can't remember a thing, right?
Yeah.
There's too much information, too much
Mhm.
good information. How can folks ensure that they can bring some of these learnings back maybe to the rest of their team,
Mhm.
to individuals that they know, friends, family, loved ones who are like, well, what did you do in Philadelphia? And they could
Mhm.
say something besides, I had a bunch of cheesesteaks. and
Right.
fries."
Conference amnesia is real. So tip number 1, bring something to write on that's super easy. Laptops at a conference can be challenging. So classic pen and paper, tablet, quick notes in your phone, anything that makes sense to you that's easy and can be, on the go.
GoPro?
GoPro. If you strap a GoPro to your head and you find Maddie and I, we're going to need that footage.
Actually,
So-
we're gonna if somebody's gonna be on Twitch. Actually,
yeah. We're just live
Hey,
streaming.
chat, clip that.
Yeah,
That's what's
exactly.
happening.
So make sure you're taking good notes. We see a lot of clients who actually build in time into their schedule to review them or just to clean them up at the end of the day. So whether that's the entire team from your company getting back together, saying, what did you see? What did you see? What did you learn? Comparing notes. That's a good way to sort of clean up every day to make sure that it's not just a bunch of gibberish that you wrote down. We also see clients who, when they're doing that divide and conquer, they're doing that whether it's persona based or like tool based. I want to learn more about scheduling. I want to learn more about the recruiter, or maybe even the HRIS track. So they're really finding a way to make sure that what they're going to is something that they're going to be maybe a specialist in, or they're going to be really focused in. And it's not something that's maybe a little bit out of their wheelhouse.
Okay. All right. Now, in terms of leaving with action items, I think it's great to kind of decompress at the end of the day. I know I, in the past, have used my notes, taken a picture of it, uploaded it to whatever your GPT is, and been like, can you make sense out of my chicken scratch and give me learnings? What are action items that folks should plan to have going into it? Should it be specific sessions? Should it be networking or meeting with specific session leaders, talking with you two?
Right.
What are some good action items for folks?
I mean,
who are
all the
attending?
above is great, but we want to make sure that you're going in with a clear idea. What are you trying to solve? And what are you curious about? So we've been talking a lot about industry alignment. So if your industry is experiencing labor shortage, how are others combating that? How are you going to learn about how others are dealing with that issue? And then if there's something you're curious about, maybe you're curious about how others are launching scheduling. How are they changing their workflows? How are they making sure that that works for their organization? That's how you're going to make sure that your sessions are picked appropriately and that you're going in with a really clear plan. And then when we're talking about leaving the conference and kind of having those actionable next steps, you might consider, okay, what did I learn that was kind of mind-blowing? Maybe that's within the year, something I can accomplish. And then what are those next 2 that are a little bit more short-term? Let's think next quarter, quarter, next 6 months that they can achieve. And we see success when companies leave the conference with maybe 3 attainable goals. What do we want to work on, and sort of what's the time frame around those?
All right. What are your goals, each of you, for the conference?
Survive. Have fun.
Yeah, have fun. Kill all of our sessions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
crush
Hydrate.
it.
I don't know.
Hydrate's a good one. Yeah.
Make it to Friday.
Yeah.
No, we're so excited.
Yeah.
Of course, of
Connect
course.
with our clients, of course, meet the folks that we talk to every week that maybe we haven't ever met in person before. So like that's always really exciting. Even meeting other phenoms in person. But it's really exciting being as involved with IAMPHENOM as we are. We feel like we know everybody who's there,
Yeah.
every single attendee. So that's really special for us.
Yeah. No, it's fun. Even with my own customers, we've been starting to sort of make plans, just like what you had said about planning ahead, dividing and conquering. Hey, I know in our weekly calls, we've been talking about this. I know that this customer is going to have a session on this. I think that's a perfect one for you to join. So just being able to do that with our clients as well. It's been great.
Awesome. And both of you are going to be doing the Rocky Run this year.
I didn't sign up, Hannah. I will be there in some way.
I'll be there in spirit.
Yeah.
That counts.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
before the conference. So
Yes, it is.
it is early.
And it's very early.
But that's a way to hydrate.
It is.
Best way to stay hydrated.
It is. It's to
Sweat it
just
all
be
out in the
gassed
morning.
right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Well, thank you both for joining me on this episode of Talent Experience Live. Before we go, any final thoughts, anything I may have missed question-wise, any shout-outs you want to give to anyone at all?
I would say lean on your CVM and your account team if you're curious about what sessions you should be going to. If you need recommendations, if you don't know who to connect with, reach out to your CVM. We can help bridge some of that for you. Plan to meet your CVM. So we'll be stationed at a booth in the main conference hall. So schedule time to meet with us, and as well as your GCC or your account management partners, and just make the most of it.
Yeah. Good call it on the booths. There are going to be a ton of booths out in kind of the main hallway that you can stop by, to our team, to other teams. It's going to be really exciting. And if you were in the community, you saw that there's an announcement about a swag counter. So definitely go over there, check out what kind of things that we've got behind there.
Might be a Francis stuffy
I don't
flying
know.
around.
Where is
Where'd
he?
he go?
Okay.
Might get one of these bad boys.
There's going to be lots of cool stuff. Stickers. I think there's going to be soccer jerseys with the World Cup coming up.
That's so cool.
That's
I
really
don't know.
cool.
Don't quote me.
How many
on that.
points do
Quote
I
me on
need?
that.
He lied.
All of the points. You need to continue to do more and more TXLs in order to do
Okay,
Got it.
So
Got it.
that is it. Which I think will be in the
Clocked.
community by the time this airs as well, that you can
Sweet.
sign up for TXL.
Perfect.
Sweet.
I want to thank you both so much for joining me. Because of this session, I have been changed for the better. Can't wait to have you on again. That was good,
Give me
right?
your little finger. We have to hold space. This is our Wicked Press Tour.
Yes.
I didn't know
yes,
that
it
was
is.
happening.
Can't wait to have you on again. If you're interested in learning more about IAMPHENOM, of course, you can reach out to the team or sign up at iamphenom.com.
And now for something completely different.
Special episode today, if I didn't give it away, standing near a bridge, the Ben Franklin Bridge to be specific. Today we are talking about the top 10 reasons to attend IAMPHENOM. Now these are in no particular order. To be very honest with all of you, I'm going to ride my bike all around the city and stop at locations and talk about IAMPHENOM and how it correlates to the city and why you should attend. So once again, no particular order. And hopefully I'm not sweating profusely by the end of this as I ride my bike around, but I'm super excited for today's episode. IAMPHENOM, of course, is coming up in March, the 10th through the 12th. Can't wait to see you there. And without any further hesitation, let's jump right into some of these reasons. Our first stop is the site of the 1876 World Fair. This, I feel, is super appropriate to showcase as a top 10 reason to attend IAMPHENOM. Number one, because the United States is celebrating their 250th birthday this particular year. And also, located right behind those arches is actually the Please Touch Museum. And the reason why I call that out, you're thinking, Devin, we're not bringing children here. This conference is for HR executives, practitioners, and professionals. But the real reason why I call that out is because of all of the hands-on learning that is available to you at IAMPHENOM. Last year, we showcased our AI and automation labs. Those will be back again this year.
bigger and better than ever, showcasing all of the new artificial intelligence that you and your talent acquisition or HR teams as a whole can leverage. But also, it's a great place to have fun. Philadelphia is a fantastic city, rich of history, as I'm already showcasing in this first example or reason as to why to attend IAMPHENOM. But also, we like to, showcase you the best parts of the cities, have a good time at places like Reading Terminal, which we'll get to in a few short stops after my legs recover from the bike ride out here. But yes, once again, hands-on learning at IAMPHENOM for you, the HR professional at home. This isn't a fluff conference with big keynote speakers, a front-to-back lineup from athletes or anything like that. This one focuses on true customer stories, on real HR challenges and how to overcome them. And there's no fluff about it. Our customers, when they have challenges, share those, share how they overcame, share how we work together. So this makes for stop 1 on our 10 reasons as to why to apply or why to attend IAMPHENOM, Yes, home of the 1876 World's Fair and also the Please Touch Museum. You can bring your kids if you want. They're not really. I wouldn't recommend it. It's not the conference for them. All right, next stop.
You know what they say, it's always sunny at IAMPHENOM or in Philadelphia, which brings us to our next location and our next reason to attend. Here I am. Behind me is the iconic Boathouse Row, made famous, of course, by the famous show, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. The reason why I'm here is because during the spring and summer months, and even fall on occasion, there are hundreds, if not thousands of people lining up for regattas as people row their boats up and down. And we have an equally packed lineup at IAMPHENOM, over 100 speakers, 75 plus sessions from customers to influencers in the industry. It is jam-packed with stuff that you will get education and insight from, much like a regatta that would be here on Boathouse Row. It is going to be 3 full days jam-packed of excitement, education, fun, and so much more in between, including innovation, which it's safe to say, with these boats behind me, innovation has come a long way with them as well. No longer are we rowing to and from a place to place on water. I love coming here. Shout out Joe Pierce, who always loves Boathouse Row. He's a little bit of a rower himself on the Phenom team. If you know him, drop him a comment, tell him that I mentioned him. But can't wait to see you for those 3 jam-packed days for IAMPHENOM. On to our next location. IAMPHENOM, most importantly, is all about momentum. Momentum for talent acquisition teams to hire faster, momentum for talent management teams to retain longer, and momentum for artificial intelligence to make your job easier. Which brings me to my next location and our next reason to attend IAMPHENOM. Selfishly, this is my favorite. Here we are at the Art Museum steps, home of the iconic Rocky statue. And of course, all 3 days of IAMPHENOM, I host a Rocky Run from the conference center in Center City to the steps here where you get to run up and take a nice picture. This is my favorite part, but also I think everyone's favorite part in the Rocky movies. It signifies the change of a challenger into a champion. And I think attending IAMPHENOM truly can signify a change for you as a professional and for your organization. You're taking the next steps to put antiquated HR tech behind you and step forward into the future with applied artificial intelligence, where you can learn at our AI labs and learn from practitioners who are doing it every single day. This is one of my favorite places in the city. It signifies and is a metaphor for talent acquisition in so many ways. Oftentimes, not right now, of course, because I'm filming and I've kicked everyone out. There are people who will race up the steps, and how symbolic of that or how similar to that is the race for talent, or the race for getting a job posted or getting a hire in the door that you needed yesterday. And at the top, once you've achieved your success, you can stand up there and celebrate and put your arms up in the air just like Rocky. I'm not going to do that because I'm holding my notes in my hand and I'd look ridiculous. I already do look ridiculous. I'm wearing a red beanie. Some of you may have put two and two together now at this point. That's because Rocky wore a red beanie in the first movie. Anyway, here we are at, I believe this is reason number 3 to attend IAMPHENOM. Again, no particular order, but this one is certainly my favorite. Feel free to use promo code Devin for tickets to IAMPHENOM. Don't know if that's real. It should be after this. Can't wait to show you the next 7 reasons as to why to attend IAMPHENOM. The next reason to attend IAMPHENOM is because of innovation. If you look behind me, you can see some of the beautiful city backdrop here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. That tall building that's shaped like an old Nokia cell phone is the Comcast Center. And fun fact about that is the elevator, when it was built on the outside, was so fast that people complained of motion sickness once they got to the top. That's innovation at its finest. It's moving too quick for humans to even be able to calibrate. And at times, I think it feels that AI is moving the exact same way. It certainly is at IAMPHENOM. Now, that's the reason why we have this particular event, is because our innovation is changing the way we look at talent acquisition and human resources as a whole, and it is moving fast. But we want you to be comfortable every step of the way. Innovation is at the core of our organization and at the core of IAMPHENOM. Innovation is something that is certainly ingrained in the city of Philadelphia. As I mentioned, the world's fair back in 1876, and now hosting the World Cup this upcoming summer. IAMPHENOM is an event that centers all around innovation, and it's certainly something that you won't want to miss. And if you get the chance, you didn't hear this from me, sneak in to the old Comcast Center, sneak into the Comcast Center building and go up to the top. There's a Four Seasons up there. You can stop, get a drink, have a happy hour, whatever it may be, and really take in the whole city. It's the best view of the town, and I recommend you do it. But if you step away and miss a session, don't tell them that I told you to do so. Anyway, innovation, AI, product announcements, it will all be at IAMPHENOM. Yet another reason to attend besides beautiful views like this on the waterfront. This particular body of water, if I'll pan for you real quick, is the Schuylkill River, or as the locals call it, the Schuylkill. So I wouldn't fish there, certainly wouldn't drink the water, but it is quite breathtaking and beautiful if you sit down and take a moment to look at it. You can see it from the top of Comcast Center. Anyway, let's move right along on our tour of the city. Next up, the iconic Love Park. Now, a lot of people refer to Philadelphia as the city of brotherly love, and I think a lot of that has to do with this particular statue. Again, you may be asking yourself, Devin, what the hell does this have to do with IAMPHENOM? Well, bear with me for 1 second. Phenom loves our customers. We do plenty of cab events and customer forward events all the time. And at the heart of what we do, helping a billion find the right work, our customers are the real way that we're able to achieve that. So at IAMPHENOM, this is kind of a twofer for reasons to attend. Number one, if you are a customer, you can attend our customer gala, where we showcase the phenomenal awards for all of our customers who've exceeded in candidate experience, talent management, artificial intelligence, and so much more. And also you get to hear, once again, I'm going to mention this, from our customers who love Phenom, who love the technology, who love helping a billion people find the right work, and also maybe from some of our customers who've learned to love Phenom, who maybe had some of those hiccups after the honeymoon stage, if you will, and it ended up being a fortuitous relationship. Anyway, Love Park, I think, is the perfect backdrop for this because at the center of what we do truly is love. It is all about finding people the right work, helping our customers do the right work in order to do that, and loving what you do every single day. I think that is an old expression that if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. And that's what the right job looks like for everyone. So without any further hesitation, everyone, take in the love statue. This is just a stone's throw away from the actual convention at the convention center. While you're here, explore the city, check out some of the murals, get a cheesesteak, and most importantly, enjoy the city of brotherly love. On to our next stop. For the second straight year, IAMPHENOM will be hosted here at the Pennsylvania Convention Center. Why is this a reason to attend, you may be asking? Well, it is where all of the largest events in Philadelphia are held, including the flower show and the car show. And it's also our new home. We have outgrown every single event space that we have ever been in, from small hotels on the water to larger hotels in Center City. And this truly speaks to the value of the conference. People continue to come back, they continue to enjoy themselves, and they continue to be better and help a billion find the right work. We're excited to have you here yet again. And of course, the stage will be bigger and better than ever. We have a fantastic keynote speaker that will be announced in the coming days. And it's right in the heart of the city, so you won't miss a thing. Can't wait to see you here at the Convention Center in March. The next reason to attend IAMPHENOM, I think, is almost self-explanatory as I stand here out in front of Reading Terminal Market. It is our networking event. It is the talk of the town and the HR industry every single year. It is the opportunity to step away from the conference center, actually talk to some of these practitioners, talk to some of these speakers, learn their stories when they're not on stage in front of thousands of people, and really learn from them and connect and build long-term relationships. On top of that, it's the opportunity to listen to some great live music, taste some of the most iconic Philadelphia food, from cheesesteaks to roast pork to everything in between, and of course have a cocktail if you so choose. This is literally walking distance from the convention center, and it is always one of our favorite events, so much so that we've almost outgrown it, but we continue to keep it a part of the IAMPHENOM lore, if you will, because it is so beloved. Every year we get surveys as to what people's favorite part of the conference were, and of course, outside of keynote speakers and learnings, one of the top mentions is always Reading Terminal. And we have the place to ourselves. We rent out the entire space. You get to mingle and have a good time and really enjoy Philadelphia the way Philadelphians do. Fun fact, it's also a co-star in the iconic film National Treasure, which brings us to our next reason to attend IAMPHENOM. Nothing lasts without a strong foundation, which brings us to our next reason to attend IAMPHENOM. You may recognize this old building behind us, and it may tempt you to want to steal the Declaration of Independence. But that's not this video. That's Nicolas Cage, and he's not coming to IAMPHENOM. Anyway, that is Independence Hall, and it is a symbolism of the foundation of the United States of America. Now, like anything, a strong foundation is required in order for long-term success. And this applies to a lot of the themes that will be covered at IAMPHENOM, such as workforce intelligence, skills, artificial intelligence, and so much more. We give you the building blocks to build a foundation. Oftentimes our CEO and co-founder, Mahi Bayeretti, will talk about the levels of AI maturity, and it starts with walking, then crawling, or excuse me, it starts with crawling, then walking, then running for success. And it all starts with true foundation. IAMPHENOM gives you those building blocks and even the skills to level up your artificial intelligence posture, your skills posture, or even your workforce posture as a whole. Phenom has been around for over a decade now. We started off as a mobile career site application. Since then, we've evolved into a holistic, omni-channel talent solution. We continue to do so, and we do it based on our foundation of helping 1 billion people find the right work and creating the best technology for you. So whether you are going to put on a powdered wig this upcoming March and sign the Declaration of Independence, or simply want to learn more as to how to help your teams build better, faster, and stronger teams with Phenom, IAMPHENOM is the place to be. Located here in the birthplace of America. But that's not all Philadelphia is known for. Of course, we have our history, we have our cheesesteaks, our food, our love statue, and so much more. But join me on this next 4-mile bike ride. I'm kidding, you don't have to join me. We're gonna Zoom cut over there for our next reason to attend IAMPHENOM this upcoming March. Our next reason to attend IAMPHENOM brings me to the Liberty Bell. I'm just kidding. This is the Philadelphia Stadium District. Apologies for the up-close shot. My tripod broke while we were at our last location, so we carry on because we're professionals and things happen. Anywho, you may be asking yourself, Devin, the stadiums, we understand Philly is very famous for its fans, but why would you possibly come to South Philly to promote IAMPHENOM and offer it as a reason to attend the #1 talent experience conference in the world? And the answer is quite simple. Philly fans are battle tested. They expect nothing but the best. They're very famous for offering their feedback. And we expect the same when it comes to our conference. We expect our guests to experience nothing but the best, championship banners or nothing. So that's what we provide. Year after year, we continue to improve and get better and get better and get better, hopefully providing the best experience for you. Because when you are dealing with talent and with people's lives and professions, they expect nothing but the best. They're quick to boo, quick to abandon application processes, quick to find new jobs if their employees are not growing quite fast enough. They're very similar to Philadelphia fans, as we all have learned this past week, and how they wanted to call for everyone to get fired on their entire team. Whether it's here at the Stadium District or in Center City at the conference, we want to provide you with nothing but the best experience. Our next stop brings us to Elfreth's Alley, located in Old City, Philadelphia. A lot of people believe that this is actually the oldest street in the nation, in which case they would be completely wrong. That's the realest street in St. Augustine. Shout out Flagler College. Anywho, why are we talking about old things? IAMPHENOM is all about new technology and bridging the gap between antiquated tech and new tech and making it work for you. Well, the answer's simple. Philadelphia used to be the center of the country. And by center, I just simply mean the capital. Obviously, that's since moved to Washington, D.C., but IAMPHENOM is still the capital of applied AI and automation when it comes to human resources. It all started here. We are paving the roads, the grounds for the rest of the world to follow. We apply this technology in real time with product showcases and customer stories for you at IAMPHENOM. Much like we applied the technology of paved roads to the United States. Obviously, Britain had paved roads, I'm sure France did as well, and so on and so forth. But you get the idea. IAMPHENOM is the pinnacle of human resources, artificial intelligence, and you won't want to miss it. Just another reason to attend, on top of the, I think it was 9 now that I lost count. And again, apologies for losing my my good old-fashioned tripod. So if the camera's a little shaky, it's been a lot of miles on the bike. I'll give you a full tally at the end. You won't want to miss that. Anyway,
on to our last and final reason to attend IAMPHENOM. You've made it to the end of this particular talent experience live. And with that, I give you one final reason here from the top of the Ben Franklin Bridge to attend IAMPHENOM. I'll be there. No, I'm kidding. IAMPHENOM is a one-of-a-kind HR technology event here in the magnificent city of Philadelphia. So whether it is the love that we give our customers and get from our customers, whether it is the great party at Reading Terminal, the awesome venue at the convention center, the customer stories, the applied AI, overall the entire experience, I think that you should 110% find a way to get here in March. And if you needed one more reason, it's to help a billion. That's a billion reasons within itself. We have a purpose to help a billion people find the right work. And one of the small ways that we do that is through our conference here in Philadelphia. Thank you so much for touring the city with me. I know I had a blast. Final tally for bike miles, for those of you who are counting at home, was just over 21. And I still have to get home from here because I do not live on top of the ridge. And truth be told, I am terrified without a tripod that my phone might fall off. So I'm gonna wrap up this TXL very quickly. Can't wait to see you next week. Thank you for tuning in. I hope everyone has a safe, happy, and healthy weekend. I know that I will see you all in March at IAMPHENOM because I gave you plenty of reasons to show up. Everything from the historic significance to the grit, the determination, and everything in between. Can't wait to see you in March.
Thank you once again to Hannah and Maddie. Thank you to the city of Philadelphia. Fun fact, I lost my wallet that day on the streets, and Philadelphia truly is the city of brotherly love. I got a phone call from the police. Don't worry, it was a good one. Someone had turned my wallet in, so I biked all the way back to go get that wallet. And I don't know if any of you at home are Costco members, but this should make you a Costco. I said, how did you get my information? The police, I'm a registered voter. Did you look it up that way? I don't have a criminal record. How are you able to get in contact with me? They said, we picked up your wallet. We found your Costco membership. We called there. They were able to provide us a phone number for you, and that's how we got in touch with you. So I will now be a lifelong Costco member. Thank you so much to them. Can't wait to see you all next week in Philadelphia. If you lose your wallet, make sure you have a Costco membership. People will get you there. You'll get your wallet back. No worries. In the meantime, everyone have a safe, happy, and healthy weekend. Can't wait to see you in Philadelphia. Yeah, that's all I got for you. Have a great weekend. Bye.
We got a new thing coming, and it never looked so good. Never looked so good. Just like it should. Never looked so good. Just like it should. Never looked so good.
Hi, Baker.
Sorry, I just saw your message too.
We're good, dude. I'll talk to you later.
Sounds good.